Time Boom. I'm Nathaniel. This is A+, and I'm here with my good friend Christian.
That's me. We're about to play Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire.
Yes, we are. Question, Christian. Have you ever heard of the Quest for Glory series?
Honestly, I don't think I have.
Okay.
I'm ready, though. I'm ready to be immersed in this world.
So let me just do a very brief summary of what makes this game so amazing. Quest for Glory is a Sierra point-and-click adventure game. So point-and-click adventures, everyone knows what that is. But it's a Sierra game, and Sierra was known for a particular thing back when they were the kings of adventure games. It was Sierra and LucasArts, but Sierra was known for being particularly cruel. Having lots of like insta-kill, how are you possibly supposed to know the solution to that kind of puzzles?
Right.
And then mocking you for it. In a comedic way that made you want to play again. And this game is no exception. This is the 5th game in the Quest for Glory series, and what makes the Quest for Glory series so awesome, I'm going to hit the play game button here, is it's sort of got an RPG aspect. You can see the stats, strength, intelligence, agility, etc., etc. But what was so cool about this game was that you could actually, there were 5 games in the series, and after you finished each game, it saved your character, his stats, and all of his items and everything, and you were able to import it into the sequel.
Oh, wow.
So you carried all of your stats forward through each of the games.
I love that.
So I'm going to hit the import button here. This one labeled Shadows is my character from Quest for Glory 4. So.
Okay. In 2014. Whoa!
Yeah, that's when I played this last. So. And so you can see his stats here. 400 is the cap. So you can use that as your guide to see how awesome this character is.
Yeah, I think you're doing pretty well, Nathaniel.
Yeah. We have another 150 points to spend on increasing the character stats. We can increase each stat by 10. Down here is our core attributes. We have health. That's our HP, obviously. Stamina is our ability to run, and also paladin spells. We're at the paladin class. You'll notice that. Paladin spells are cast from stamina instead of mana. But thanks to some shenanigans I pulled in earlier games in the franchise, I also became a wizard as well, a paladin wizard cross. So I also have mana. So that'll be for wizard spells.
Magic paladin.
Yeah, I'm a magic paladin. And then my honor score, as I do noble and good deeds as a paladin, it increases my honor score, and that's how you unlock new paladin spells. Oh. So paladin spells, there's a lot less paladin spells than wizard spells, but they're much more powerful. But they can only be gained by having a certain honor level.
Yeah. What's the max on honor? 400?
I think the max on honor is 500? 450? I'm not 100% sure.
Huh.
So I'm going to do what I can to max out some of these stats here. I got 10 points left. Let's drop that into defense. That's fine.
You don't go swimming, acrobatics, stealth, lockpicking, none of those?
So swimming, we're going to be able to learn as we play. And then acrobatics, stealth, and lockpicking is for the thief class. So there's 4 classes. There's paladin, there's fighter, there's wizard, and there's thief.
Right.
So there's our stats down there. So we have max health and stamina. As we play, this is like an Elder Scrolls game. So as you play and do certain actions, it increases your stats. So swinging your sword increases your strength, running increases your agility, etc., etc. Throwing things will increase our throwing. So.
Nathaniel, why don't you point and click that play button?
Let's do that.
So, dear boy, the reason Fenris and I brought you here is this. You are a hero. And so, in the grand tradition of all heroes...
So this is Erasmus. He's a wizard. And the other guy on the other chair is his rat familiar, Fenris.
The former king was assassinated a short while back. We have no idea why this was done or even who did it. Thus, you were summoned. Silmarion is a new king. And thus the right of rulership
is he in all the other games?
Erasmus
This
is in the
right will
first game
determine
and
the
the fourth
next
game.
ruler for the kingdom.
Oh, I see.
We would like you to enter the rite of rulership. It is the most likely way to find the villain behind the nefarious deeds going on in
Now, why are you
Silmaria.
swimming through
If
the
you
air?
choose to
I'm
accept this
Oh,
curious.
mission,
his
you will
castle,
need to go
his
to the
sanctum has
Hall
no
of
gravity.
Kings to speak with
Ah.
Logos, the centaur who is in charge of Silmaria right now. You will enjoy Silmaria. I am certain you will meet some old friends and make new ones. This is an interesting city, and these are interesting times. I've arranged for you to stay at the most amusing inn in Silmaria.
So you can see our
Would you like to go there
fortress
now,
up there.
or are you ready to head into
What a
danger?
handsome boy.
What a handsome boy.
Just like you.
Hey, thanks.
Look at you get transported to Silmaria.
And that Spanish guitar comes in.
Whoa, the graphics on this.
Yeah. So this came out in 1999, I think?
Okay.
That sounds right. 1998. 1998.
1998. I was 4.
Yeah. I would have been, well, depending on what month, I would have been 5. So,
Oh.
this is a re-release. This got re-released by Good Old Games, which included all 5 of the Quest for Glory games. So this little border wasn't here before. This is to fix the fact that the resolution of it was originally a lot smaller. Top left is our health, stamina, mana meters. If I click on my portrait here, it brings up my character sheet.
Oh.
There's the options screen to like save and all of that. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll call this Nathaniel 1. The rest button lets you just take like an hour nap. Score here shows us how many experience points we've earned so far. Puzzle points we get for earning, for solving puzzles. It doesn't do anything for us, it's just an adventure game thing. Like it just tracks when you've completed things.
Right. Are there lots of puzzles?
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I love solving
it's a
puzzles.
It's a point and click adventure game. It's basically all puzzles. So.
I mean,
there's some combat.
The extent of my point and click adventure sort of career has been humongous entertainment with Putt Putt and Pajama Sam games, you know, Freddy Fish.
Right. Top right corner we have a compass, and we also have the time and the day. So you can see sort of Majora's Mask time, where like every couple of seconds is a minute. So time's gonna move pretty quick. And then if I hit the latch and key thing that opens, this is my inventory.
Oh.
So I can go ahead, and then if you put these things down here on the drop bar at the bottom, then you can hit the corresponding keypad and equip them very quickly. So let me just show off here, and we can do that to things. And you can see how that's modified the stats. You notice my magic is dropped to 1. You can't cast spells while you're wearing armor. So you can't cast wizard spells. Paladin spells are unaffected. So, and then here's my spell list. So got Force Bolt, Flame Dart, Frostbite, Lightning Ball, Calm, Hide, Detect Magic, Protection, Aura, Zap. So those are my wizard spells, and then the paladin spells I have are Heal, Honor Shield, and Magic Warp.
So, this is very much based on Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, certainly got a lot of inspiration from fantasy RPGs, definitely.
Yeah.
So, certainly.
So what's the plan? Where are we going first?
So
I don't know nothing here.
This is the Hall of Kings. This is like their... oh, whoops, I need to put my weapons away. I was wondering why he wasn't talking to me. Yeah, you can't talk to them if you have your weapons drawn.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. If someone walked up to me with a sword, I would be definitely on guard.
And only the left guy talks to you, the right guy just stares at you. I forgot about that. One other thing I want to mention, before we get into the next conversation, is that each of the Quest for Glory games is inspired by a particular, region's mythos and culture. So the first game is set in like a fictional Germany. And so
Okay.
it's got like Baba Yaga and
Oh,
Minotaurs and Dryads and all of that. The second game is set in like a fictional Arabia, Middle East kind of culture.
Ooh.
So it's got genies and that kind of thing. The third game is set in like a fictional Egypt/Africa. So it's got pyramids and it's got, you know, jungle creatures and whatever, like cheetah men and that kind of thing.
Of course.
The fourth game is set in sort of a fictional, like, Ukraine, Romania. So it's got vampires, werewolves, mad scientists. So, yeah, that was my favorite of the styles until I got to this one. And this one is based on ancient Greek and Roman mythology.
Right.
So,
I can tell by the border.
yeah, exactly. So we're actually on the island we're on is Merite, which is been styled specifically off of the island of Crete in real life.
Right.
So, and I hope it's not too big a spoiler, but one of the things we do in this game is attack and slay the Hydra. So.
Greetings, Prince of Shapir. I am Logos,
Oh man, you better kill that
Counselor to
Hydra.
rulers and Speaker of Silmaria. Welcome to the Kingdom of Silmaria.
And everyone who
Is-
lives here is going to have like
Your
Greekish
friends
names, like
Erasmus and
Logos.
Rakish.
Right.
Greetings, my friend.
Yeah.
It is good to know that you are here. This land needs a hero of your abilities.
I trust you understand why you were summoned here.
Is that
The rites
Lion
of
talking
lordship
to you?
need one
Yeah.
more entrant
Yeah.
before it can begin.
He is.
That's crazy.
That's
All
Rakish.
other competitors are worthy individuals.
He's a
However, I
Liontar,
suspect that
actually.
these rites
He's
a
got the-
Liontar?
He's a Liontar. He's got
We
the
believe that the one
the
who
body of a
ones who
horse and the
assassinated
top of
king
a lion.
Silmaria will attempt to make certain the
And then
contestants
speaks
they
in
support
perfect
will win.
English.
You
Uh-huh.
must understand
Obviously.
that your life will be in grave danger from the moment
I fucking
you
love
enter
fantasy
Rite
so
of
much.
Rulership.
You can do anything you
Doing
want.
everything
Yep.
we can to stop the assassin.
And everyone just has to
Be
accept it.
wary.
Yep.
Hero of the lands of Shapir, Tana, and Mordavia, will you enter the right
So,
of
like,
rulership?
I always hear the term high fantasy used when describing like Tolkienian and like
Mhm.
all that other kind of stuff, sort of fantasy stuff. What is low fantasy in that case?
Well, I think everyone would have a slightly different definition. Low
It is
fantasy
an
to
honor
me
to meet you.
is kind of where like magic exists, but it's either very, very rare or like really hard to use or dangerous. I think what I've seen fictionally is that
I am the Speaker of Silmaria.
magic is kind of the
I
determining
am the
thing.
voice
If it's
of the
really
king and
common,
of the
really
people.
commonplace,
I
everyone
will
knows
make
about it,
certain that only
it's
the
high
most
fantasy.
worthy shall attain the
if it's
rulership of
feared
this
or
kingdom.
scarce, it's low
That
fantasy.
is my duty.
It's like Harry Potter is low fantasy.
Yeah, I guess so, but there's just a elect few. I think the Harry Potter universe is low fantasy, but I think the Harry Potter stories are high fantasy.
Right.
Because everyone we meet is a wizard or something like that. So,
You're a wizard, Harry.
yeah.
I'm a what?
One thing that came to mind was Fire Emblem. I would consider Fire Emblem a low fantasy game. There is magic,
Yeah.
but only a select few can use it, and it's dangerous, and you know, it's still not nearly as common as just stabbing people with a sword.
Yeah. Most of the time you're fighting with weapons, and then every
Um,
now and again someone's gonna blast you with a fire.
So this is the fifth game in the series. There are going to be characters we meet who are going to be legacies from the other four. Like Rakish is actually a character who was in the second and third game.
Okay.
But the story of this game is unique to this game. You don't need to know anything of the past to understand this story. Only the characters. So,
I see.
yeah. So everything that happens will be new. Well, it won't be new to me because I played this before, but it'll be new to the player, even if you hadn't played the prequels. And actually, I played this game first before I played the other four. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. So
Why would you go out of the way to play them out of order?
Well, this is the only game that was made for Windows. The other four Quest for Glories are all DOS games.
Oh, DOS. Okay, yeah.
So I just
that
didn't
makes
own them
perfect
yet.
sense.
So eventually I managed to buy them on good old games. So
The assassin used
So
a poisoned
you
dagger
you
to
recognize
kill
all
our
the
king.
characters from this
The
mostly
poison is
first.
very deadly and unknown to our healers.
it
I
was a
see.
weird.
So
it
it's going
was
to be
a-
the same.
Antidote
It's
is
going to be sort of the same
administered
exposure that I
immediately.
have
The
to it.
victim is dead within a minute. Even with an antidote, unless the victim...
So that's
has
why I
a
wanted to
better
tell you
hearted
that, because the
constitution,
first time I played this
he
game,
will
I didn't
remain
have any
unconscious
context for the other
weeks.
4. So.
We are trying to learn the exact nature of the poison in order to cure this.
The assassin of the king is a man skilled in stealth and the use of a poisoned dagger. A merchant was also presumed to be killed by the assassin, for his body was found by the docks, and he died from the same poison.
And what they do here, of course, as should be the case, is they elect their new king through merit. So 5 people can enter this contest called the Rights of Rulership, and the one who completes the most missions, it gets crowned king or queen.
That makes
We will
sense.
be pleased and proud to have such a
So
worthy
even
hero
I can be king?
contesting to
Yes.
become our leader.
So that is our
My
ultimate
God.
goal.
I shall see you again when the rites of rulership begin. May Tyche, goddess of good fortune, smile upon you.
I don't have the pot belly for it though. You know who'd be a great king?
Who?
Actually, I take it back. He wouldn't.
Oh,
But he would be a
okay.
great royal knight, like the leader of the knights. Thomas would be a great head of the knights.
Okay, yeah. I think I can see that. Why do you think he'd make a terrible king, though?
I don't think he'd make a terrible king. I just took it back that he would be a great king.
Ah.
I think he'd be a normal ass king. He'd be a very normal king, but he would make a great leader of the knights.
Right. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a little tour of the marketplace here in Samaria. This place is awesome. We're gonna meet all these characters eventually, but not right now. In there,
Okay.
where my arrow was pointing, that's the apothecary. So that's where we're gonna buy potions and stuff.
You got lots of symbols from astrology on their door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The guy who runs that is a hippie, as we'll
Okay.
see later on. These guys here, this is a race called the Kata. They're from the second game. This guy
Cat
here
people.
is Marak. He's the food merchant. He sells all the food you need in the game. And you do require food every so often. It'll give me a little message like you are hungry or something like that. And if you don't die if you don't eat, but if you don't eat, your stamina doesn't replenish properly. So,
that makes
this is his
sense.
daughter Sarah, I think her name is. She's a musician. This
Who isn't these days?
yeah. This over here is the magic shop. That'll be relevant later. This here with the griffin
Right.
statues is the bank.
Right.
This is Marek's wife, whose name I can't remember, who is
Yet.
the jewelry merchant.
Ooh.
This is Wolfie, my favorite character in the game. He is a pottery artisan, basically. He makes amphoras and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Urns, etc.
Do you need to buy some from him?
Oh, you need to buy something from everyone in this game.
Oh, nice.
This is an adventure game. Everyone is here because they are important for something. And
That's so true to life.
yeah. And the job is always to figure out, okay, who's important and when. So our first task before the rites of rulership can begin is you have to pay 1,000 drachmas. That's the currency to enter. So
Of course, that's the currency.
yeah. So here's a nice little bridge. You got the waterfall in the background.
I love Greek architecture
Yeah,
and like
I love it too.
mythology and stuff like that.
This
That's
is,
why my last name is so cool.
Apollo. That's right. This is the Adventurers Guild. That's run by a minotaur named Toro.
Who is it that you need to go? Who's the minotaur that you need to see? Is it Toro?
Oh, no, we already met him. Logos is a centaur.
Oh, is he?
The guy we were just talking to? Yeah, he's a centaur.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, you can't really... His legs are obscured by the railing, but...
Right.
So this
Yeah,
is
I couldn't
Toro.
see that.
Hero man. Good hero man here. Toro like hero man. Good see hero man.
He's not the most eloquent speaker, but, you know...
Is he offering me a Giro?
He's got
A hero?
Yeah.
Good
Could
place
go for a
talk
hero right about now.
adventure.
He's a nice
Good
guy.
place make body strong. Good place learn things. good place.
So Toro is actually from the very first game.
See here on my
Oh.
He actually
you
served.
good man.
He actually served in some ways as the final boss. So,
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to do with a character.
Yeah. Yeah. He was impossibly strong, and
Impossibly strong.
he was the final boss. You defeat him and you spare his life, basically, because he was just trying to protect his mistress, whom we will meet later. Her name is Elsa von Spielberg. This is
Oh, that's
Phobos.
so funny.
Here to enter the rite of rulership? Most of the newcomers are here for
He's
it
also
right
a
now.
centaur.
Fools, it's going to take a real warrior to
Why
become
everybody
king,
gotta be
Samaria.
centaurs, man?
This is common here. There's a lot of centaurs.
Where's
in
the
Samaria.
minotaurs at?
Well, he was a minotaur. So this is Pholos. He's the weaponsmith. So he buys weapons and sells weapons. We're going to find a lot of weapons as like salvage when we kill people. So we can make a lot of money that way. This is the famous adventurers correspondence school.
Okay.
And then
What is it for?
it's for various things that you'll discover as we play.
Oh, okay.
It's run by a guy named Famous Adventurer. That's the name. And this is this across the water here is the Academy of Science.
You know, with a lot of this stuff, I can't tell if you're being facetious or not.
His name
I
really...
have to go with it because it's a Sierra game.
Yeah, exactly.
It could just be that his name is actually Famous Adventurer.
I'm not kidding about that part. His name really is Famous Adventurer.
Shut up. No, it's not.
Okay, I'll prove it to you. There he is.
Oh, God. His actual name.
What? Oh, what are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
Oh,
Name?
my God.
What's a name, boy? I've been called a lot of things in my time. You can call me Famous Adventurer. That's mostly what I'm known as now.
See?
Alright, get out of here.
Got some advice for you, kid?
I can't tell
grow
if you're
old.
happy or
It
upset.
ain't worth it.
I don't know. I think I'm both.
Okay. Okay.
Sarah really knows how to push my buttons sometimes.
I think that's the Grand Tour. This is the Dead Parrot. This is a hotel,
Okay.
which is only open at nighttime.
And right now it is currently 5
It is currently 5 p.m., so it'll be nighttime soon. I think the sun sets at 6 or 7.
That makes sense.
It's supposed to be summertime, so
That's just about right.
yeah.
5 or 6.
And then if we head this way, you notice if you look at the top of my screen, my stamina is down to half because we've been running this whole time.
Oh, yeah. That means
so
you gotta
see
eat
my
some
stamina is
food,
208, right? So.
Gotta get some
stamina's gonna
food
be
in you.
and stamina's gonna be really important for me because that was delicious. You're no longer hungry.
What'd you eat?
Fruit.
Hello, sailor. I'm Anna
As
Grandma,
one
Gnome
does.
Anne, and this is my land inn.
So this is Anagramma. And this is the inn that we're staying at. This is the Gnome Anne's Inn. Quaint little place. She's a gnome, as you might have guessed.
Uh-huh.
California, or whatever it is they say around here.
And she's kind of a klutz, but she's a very lovable sort of person.
Seemed like a good deal.
California.
I got a good loan from the other innkeeper in town. Nice guy, if a little chubby. As my first and only customer, I'll let you have the best room in the joint. Yours is the first
I
door
like her
at the
cheeks
top
a
of the
lot.
stairs.
Yes.
All
Very
the comforts
pinchable,
of
right?
home,
Yeah,
including
you
no
just want,
convenience.
yeah. You know what? You just want to either kiss
I'll
or
be
pinch
seeing
those
you.
little cheeks.
Exactly.
If you
Doink.
want to get into your room or the inn late at night, you'll need a key. Here you are.
There we go. We got the key. We use key on door.
I love the voice acting in Sierra games so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. They did such a great job. Another reason why I chose this game in particular, outside of all the adventure games we could have played together, well, besides this being my favorite adventure game, is that this was such a passion project. This was basically made. There was tons of artists and musicians and voice actors or whatever, but it was actually made by a husband and wife duo, the Coles, and they funded a lot of the games themselves.
Wow.
And they released them when they were done. And like there's just so much heart and soul in each of them. And yeah, they
That's
basically
just like
they designed it
what
together in
it
the
should
basement
be.
together, basically. So
Wow. That's so amazing. Ugh, I love stuff like that. Small cast of people making big, amazing things.
yeah, it's amazing going back to these old PC games and finding out what like
These games had huge effects on people too. A lot of people love Sierra games. That knocking animation.
Yeah, exactly. They're widely loved. Now, they didn't make all the Sierra games. They made the Quest for Glory series. It's probably too late at night. The bank's probably closed. That's all there is to that. So,
King's Quest. Who was that? That was Sierra too, right?
that's right. Yeah, you've played that series?
No.
Oh, okay. But yes, that
but
is
I
there.
know it.
Everything with Quest in their name is probably Sierra. King's Quest, Space Quest, Quest for Glory. So, that was like a brand thing. You know?
They did a lot of questing.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's nighttime, so you can see this guy out here. That's how you know the dead parrot is open. But he'll tell you.
Dead parrot is open.
Okay, isn't anything we can do in town until the next day shows up, so I'm gonna send this out into the wild blue yonder and show off the combat a little bit. So this is the world map. You navigate simply by clicking and your guy kind of walks around. And each of the little circles is like a point of interest.
Oh.
Uh-oh, bats.
Oh my god, the music is so exciting.
This is actually a nightmare battle, so I'm actually gonna run, because bats are really hard to fight with a sword. So, let's go
I can imagine.
Let's go find something easier to kill. Oh, there's something here. Oh, there we go. Roman invaders.
Oh, whoa. I didn't know that that's what Romans look like. So you're like basically unstoppable because you've played with this character that you've saved in other games, right?
Yeah, and that's, I think, one of the incredible joys of the game, is that you really feel like your character has gotten better. I know a big complaint with a lot of RPGs is that because they scale the combat or whatever up, you never really feel like you've gotten very far, if that makes sense. But, I mean, there will be challenges. I mean, these are just like mooks we've encountered in a random battle, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a lot more powerful if you come into the game with an already made character versus if you have to make one from scratch for this game. So.
Okay.
So that's about as daring
Wow.
as I'm gonna get right now. So later
So
on
now
we're
we
gonna
head
get
back into the city.
later on we're gonna get an item that'll allow us to fast travel back to the
Ooh.
inn. So we'll be able to move farther. And then much later we're gonna be able to build ourselves a hot air balloon.
Whoa.
And that'll allow us to explore
Spoilers, Nathaniel.
Oh.
Jesus.
Sorry. A better mode of transport, and then we'll be able to comb the island at our leisure. So.
Are you trying to hint that the next game we're gonna play is Leisure Suit Larry?
No, not really. I'm not sure it's that great a game, actually. I don't know. For sure.
Leisure Suit Larry is...
It's fun,
funny.
right? Yeah,
It's
funny.
funny.
It's funny, exactly. You can see everybody closes up shop late at night. So.
I mean, for the most part, point and clicks, I feel, have the same... A lot of them have the same tone.
Right.
Whether it's, like, kind of goofy.
Yeah, they never take themselves too seriously, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important. So you can do like an hour rest as long as you're not actively in combat, and that restores your stamina. So.
Ah. There you go.
Yeah. So now
There's
we're
nothing here
around.
to take except for the stand.
If we click on this spot, you might probably be curious what this does. If we click on this, that way, and then we can look at things, and it'll describe them. And that's sort of like us rolling perception.
Right.
This looks like a cattail, right?
That's like if I was playing D&D with you and I was like, I'd like to observe the cracks at the bottom of the wall.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I'd
And
be
you're
like,
roll perception.
And then I'd be like, it's a crack in the bottom of the wall.
I'll show you a crack. Pulls down pants. So, what's our next step in this adventure?
Our next step is going to be to wait till daytime, and like I said, we're gonna undergo a quest in order to raise enough money that we can enter the rights of rulership. Because like I said, we have to get to 1,000, and right now we have 294 on us, and I think we have a little bit more in the bank. So
we want to get to the bank when it's open.
Yeah, exactly. So right now I'm going to go to the inn and sleep, and this is probably a decent spot to end our first episode.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I like everybody who listened all the way to the end today. Thank you. As a reward, I want to give you a kiss.
Wow. He doesn't just give those to anyone.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I've known him for like over a year, and he's not given me a kiss at all. So...
Well, it is the COVID times, so...
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to put our hero to bed, and we're going to put this episode to bed, but we'll see you real soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Put a hero to bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a euro in my stomach. Oh, snap. Remember to like this video because you watched it all. And subscribe to us to watch more.
Please.
The series is going to be incredible. I'm pumped up for this.
It's
I know
be
that
cool.
this is going to be exciting.
It's going to be very cool.
And if you would please send a comment in the comment section. Tell us what your favorite point and click game is. If it's this, I want you to put down this in the comment section.
Please do.
Thank you all for watching. Nathaniel, anything else to say?
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss this. This is a cool game, but it's going to go by fast. So, don't blink.
Don't blink.